Welcome to the AK Operators Union Show episode 2. Today you will meet new union member. We'll talk about high-end optics like Elcan and ACOG on AK. We will have the look at the Red Army standard ammo. And we'll review AK Operators vest from SRVV. Stay with us. Folks, I want to introduce you to my friend Paul. Paul is a grunt like I am. Paul is a combat vet from Afghanistan. So Paul, you were basically finishing what we started in the 80s. You were there in the 2009?
2008.
2008. Tell us something about yourself, Paul. Why you like AKs?
Yeah, the AK-74, the versatile, being able to be very versatile with the rifle in any circumstance. There were several occasions, over in Afghanistan where we would find a cache of these rifles, and they would be covered in rust, filthy, dirty, just completely disgusting. And a local national would pick that weapon up and fire it like it was brand new out of the box. Very durable rifle.
And I think so it's to every soldier or marine benefit to actually be familiar with the platform, to know how it operates, because there is a 99% chance that you will be fighting against that type of the weapon. Unfortunately, because
Absolutely.
It's so popular, and no matter the theater, wherever you go, is it Africa or is it the Middle East or some other regions, unfortunately most of the bad guys are using the AKs. The good guys too, but very often the bad guys are having the AKs. So Paul, welcome to the show. It's an honor to have you here, and we'll go from there, Paul, and hopefully you will stick with us and help us roll the show.
I plan on it.
Okay, contact! Ground up! Folks, we are using today in the episode two great optics on our AKs. One was Elcan Spectre, and the other one was ACOG. Both were mounted on the RS Regulate mounts. This was the AK303 base, and the other one was on the AK301 and ACOG top base. This is the AKR rail. Both optics performed very well. I don't have any issues with Elcan being on the AK. I think it works great, it looks great. I love the ability of having a switch and flipping the switch from 4x zoom to 1x zoom. So if you have to engage the targets in the CQB, you're back to 1x zoom, and it works just like a regular almost red dot. However, if you have an opportunity to engage the targets at the longer range, distance, all you gotta do is flip the switch to the 4x zoom, and you got the much better view of the target, and you can destroy something faster and better if you can see it that way. If you ever were in the military, and if you were a 240 gunner, the Elcan basically is they kept all the same functions as on the 240 optics. This is your brightness switch. You can lighten up the reticle. This one has a red reticle when you're lighting up, but all you gotta do is turn the knob on or off, and that reticle lightens up. Also, for adjusting the elevation, they use the same locking mechanism. So basically you have to first pop the secure tab, then you can rotate and adjust the up and down elevation on the scope. It is a very solid product. Unfortunately, if you want to go for it, it will set you back by around $2,000. So by no means this is a cheap optic, but you're basically paying for the very good quality and a very good product. Well, interestingly enough, this Elcan comes also with the iron sights, backup sights on the top of the scope. So if you are really hardly pressed, you can use these iron sights and as a backup if there's something wrong would be with the scope. which Elcan is a battle-proven scope, and the guys from the Special Forces are using it all over the world. So if it would be something wrong with that product, nobody would be using it. So this one was sitting, as I said, on the RS Regulate mount. That mount again performed extremely well. I love it. I think so. This is the very good way to mount the optics on the AK. Sits low enough for me to have a cheek weld without using any adapter or additions to the stock. One thing which I want to talk to you guys about it is, which I didn't like it about the Elcan, is a weight. That scope will add 1.6 pounds of weight to your rifle. So after a while, you're basically going to start feeling that weight because you just keep adding the weight. There's something to be aware of it. The way I see this is maybe this is not the perfect scope for the rifleman, but maybe for like a designated marksman on the squad, on the team, the guy who has to engage the targets at the longer distance, and he will have the ability and tool to do it perfectly. So from that point of view, the Elcan works great. As I said, you can also use it for the CQB, but it is going to limit your motion a little bit and impact your motion because of the sheer weight that optic holds and adds to the rifle. So yes, it is doable. I think so. It's not the perfect solution, but iron this, I think so. It's a great optic. Go, Paul. Paul, we were both changing these rifles back and forward, but you were driving a ACOG. Any additions, any comments on the ACOG on the AK? Because that's something what you're not seeing every day.
The ACOG on the AK actually worked out really well. The only downfall to it is it doesn't have that same ability as the Elcam, being able to switch to that one-time zoom. We do have a little red dot mounted up top here, but I honestly couldn't find a good use for that, so I just stuck with the main ACOG optic. Once we zeroed these rifles when we started today, started hitting the paper, hitting our targets. It was hard to miss a target. With the ACOG on there, it was just it was immaculate. Just being able to hit the same target multiple times.
And I think so. It's a great point, guys. Shooting with these both optics, it's a little bit like cheating. Yeah. I mean, it almost feels unfair. They perform very well. Again, this is the RS Regulate mount on it. As you can see, this one was specifically created for the ACOG, so they have that base plate where you are attaching the ACOG scope to it, and it worked out very well. For me, I think so. If I would have to choose, because both optics are, the ACOG is in the range of $1,500 and the Elcan is $2,000 if you don't have any discounts. I would say that I would rather add a little bit more. I mean, if you're spending that amount of the money, and go for the Elcan, because I think so. This is the big game changer.
That's the game changer.
That's the game changer, guys. The flip switch from 1 power to 4 power. I mean, that works just amazingly. So we're playing today with that Surpat SRVV AK operator vest today a little bit, and when that vest arrived from Russia, I was quite surprised. This is the whole list of licensed products they use. So they use the licensed Velcro, they used the Cordura ballistic fabric on it, and they have a stock of fasteners. And probably these are YKK zippers, so it is a high quality sub-components put on that vest. And as you can see, this is a much nicer product from what I was expecting to see from Russia, but that's maybe because of what I remember from the socialistic paradise times. I guess things changed. So what we have here, guys, this vest offers the 4 double mag pouches. You can put either the 30 rounders for the AK-74 type rifles or the AKMs. One thing to remember, there is a divider inside the pouch, so you cannot duct tape the mags. That's not going to work out. Another thing which I want to point out to you, if you will open the pouch because of the Velcro, if you will open the pouch and you're trying to be sneaky, you're going to have that noise. That's not very sneaky. So be aware of it. It's just be prepared. If you're going to the place and you don't want to make any noises, do not open the pouches because you're going to wake up everyone in the neighborhood, right? or in the bad guys camp. So just be prepared. Also, after removing the mag, if you're taking the one magazine out, please remember you always have to close the pouch because there is no real retainers, no bungee cords, no nothing. So you will lose the second mag if you have a second mag in the pouch. So you have to always remember about closing the pouch. Basically, what else you have? You have some utility pouches for the small components. You can put the frag grenades to it, flashlights, some med components. It's really up to you. On the back of the vest, you have something really cool. I like this idea a lot. This is actually a dump pouch, as you can see, so you can put the empty mags to it, and it's on your back. You got the tightener too, so you don't have to worry about putting the empty mags back to the pouches. So that's actually a good idea, and as you can see, they made an effort to it. It is a little bit, protection from wet, and as I said, you can use the fasteners and you can close it and make it tight. So this is a great idea. Going back on the front, you also have the belt at the bottom of that vest. It comes by default. You can take it off if you want to. All you gotta do is unhook these clippers, and then the belt could be removed from the vest if you don't need it. But some guys like it. They like to even run the sidearm, and it's up to you what you can do with it. One thing what you have to be aware of, I would point out to you guys the stitching on the back, and this looks like a good idea to use it for pulling the guy who is down. But actually we tested and we don't have a lot of faith in those stitching, so don't use. This is definitely not the drag handle. It will not work. Probably the better idea is to just hold it by here and use this for pulling the guy back.
Yeah, definitely this is not a drag handle by any means. When we did our video shoot, I grabbed by here first and realized how weak it was, and it wasn't going to hold your weight. So I decided that second take was to grab onto the shoulder strap itself, and it worked flawlessly.
Yes, so just something to keep in mind, guys. This is definitely not the drag handle. Other than this, it looks like a solid product. We'll continue to evaluate this vest. That's it, folks, for today. That was episode 2 of the AK Operators Union 4774, the field trials. Paul, thank you very much. It was awesome to have you here, okay?
I hope to be back.
Hey, thanks, guys.